Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Journey to Become Wealthy. My name is Kevin Reed, and today was another crazy day. Wow! This we all know this is our earnings week, and I got more news for you guys. So before I get into it, take a moment to like and subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so that you get notified when I post videos. Right? Yesterday, we saw PayPal fall after bad earnings, right? We saw PayPal fall after bad earnings. PayPal fell about 20% after hours and then fell another 4 to 5% today during market open. It looks like we're seeing something similar in Facebook. Immediately after hours, Facebook came down 20% behind bad earnings. So this is making things kind of scary, right? Kind of scary. We don't know what's going on, especially this week is earnings. So that's pulling the entire market down. Even some of our ETFs, because there are a lot of companies that invested in companies like Facebook and PayPal, because those are some of the big dogs. Tomorrow we have earnings for Amazon, and I don't know how to feel or what to predict and it's after hours. That's what's killing us, right? If it was pre-market, we can kind of see what happened during market hours. We can make our money. We can buy, sell options one way or another. However, they keep doing this stuff after hours, and we don't know what to do until it's too late. Many people, they hear the news, they listen to the earnings, they hear the bad news, and they are selling out in after hours, and this thing is tanking, right? And you guys know, I told you I had already bought Facebook when it was down about 10%. Now it's dropped another 20%. Man, that kind of hurt. But I plan on averaging down because this is my week to add more money. However, although I've been adding money anyway, this is my week to add money when on payday. But Amazon, I looked at Amazon's Q3 earnings for 2021, and they missed their earnings last year, Q3 2021, and that slightly surprised me, especially with the pandemic going on, and a lot of things were going on. Amazon being one of the big dogs who was making money. Everybody was ordering everything. Nobody's going to work. Nobody's going shopping. Nobody's leaving the house. They were basically ordering stuff off Amazon and eBay. So I was really expecting Amazon, to do some big things for their Q3, but they missed it. So that makes me question, how is Q4 going to go, right? And then it's after hours, so I don't know how to trade this thing, right? And I do want to make some trades, because if Amazon drops in after hours, that's going to pull down the market even further. So we saw ourselves on last week Friday, Monday, and Tuesday kind of slipping out of that correction, kind of slipping away from the crash, only for after hours and earnings to come back and beat us with a stick. It's been bloody. It's been crazy. So as just a quick, glimpse into what we're going to talk about, right? Facebook dropped this all the way down today. Behind their earnings. PayPal, you guys saw that drop last night. And we got Amazon tomorrow. So I don't know what should we be expecting, but I guess tomorrow we'll see. But let's get into it for today. We have the SPY. And these are actually down in the after hours. That's what I meant by some of the things that are down in the after hours. I'm going to check this out, and then we'll do a deeper dive by actually going to look at each one individually. The S&P 500 is currently showing positive 0.97%. The Dow is showing positive 0.59%. And the NASDAQ is showing positive 0.50%. So it looks like things were pretty flat, right? It looks like they could have been pretty flat. The Hang Seng is up 1.07%. So let's actually deep dive into this and see what it's doing for today. Actually looking at it, because the after hours, right? The after hours, don't let it trick you. We got to catch those after hours movement. Look at this. After hours, it is down 1.03%. So it gave everything back that it made today. Even though it didn't make a full, anything major, but it gave it all back in the after hours. And I told you guys last night, I fully expect today to be a red day. I did not expect it to be this bad of a red day. I expected it to be pretty flat and red. I did not expect things to come crashing back down. Many things came down another 5 to 10% on today, just adding into what happened in January. They were already beat down, and now they're getting beat down even more because they're doubling down. So the SPY down 1.03% in the after hours. Let's check out the Dow in the after hours, right? Because that's stuff we need to see. The Dow is down 0.13% in the after hours, so it's not as bad as the S&P 500. Not as bad. but it's still down. So I mean, it's still giving back some of what it made today. And again, we see these are not major numbers, but it's still they matter. And y'all know our favorite one that's being beat down. The NASDAQ actually says it's closed, so nothing. It's not showing any downtrend or anything. But I think tomorrow when market open, we'll see that come down pretty heavy too. I don't think we're gonna like what we see. The Russell down 1.03%, pretty much matching the S&P 500. So again, we steady seeing this stuff getting beat down, still down 10%, still in that correction territory. We just cannot get away from this correction territory. We cannot seem to get away from it. So what I want to look at, right? Again, I want to show you guys Facebook because man, it hurt my heart to see that thing come down like that, right? So look at that. Came down $73 in the aftermarket, down 22% in the aftermarket. Behind earnings, negative 22.89% in the aftermarket. If it moves like PayPal did on yesterday, we can expect more downward pressure from this in the morning. So for me, I finally got all my options back, right? I got all my day trades back. For me, tomorrow I may be considering put season, but again, that's gonna be after the first 30 minutes of the market, right? I want to see how things move before I start making any moves. And hopefully you guys follow me on Instagram or Facebook, and you'll see me. I post those to my story. So follow my story, follow my page, whatever you need to do, and I'll be posting those there. But I'm thinking I gotta make some. I gotta get some of this money back, right? I gotta get some returns. It's down $73 in the after hours, man. It was crazy. I mean, it dropped like a hot rock. So we got to be careful with that. We got to be aware of that. So let's check out Amazon. Let's see what Amazon is saying. We know it has earnings tomorrow, and we know. Look at this thing. It's already down 3% in the after hours. I think people are, and I don't know if you guys watched my video. I think about 2 weeks ago, maybe last week, because I talked about us going into earnings for these next for this week and last week, and I told you guys how traditionally earnings can make companies, come down, but we've seen some companies go up. We saw Netflix. It came all the way down, and then it returned. It made its money back. But we tend to see a lot of companies be negatively impacted. However, for the long term, they're going to make this money back. So we just got to be aware of that. We got to be careful. So Amazon, looking at this now, it's already down 3.59% in after hours. It was only down 0.38%. This makes me think that there's some FUD going around. People are pretty afraid of what's going to happen with Amazon tomorrow, and they don't want to trade it. So let me actually come here. I wonder if I can see more from the app. I'm using this is the Webull app. I don't know if you guys use this or not, but I just want to check it out from here. So I'm looking at this, and I just kind of want to see if it's any reason, or if this page maybe provides any news, and it doesn't look like it. Okay, the news is here. Top 10 stocks to buy according to this 3 hours ago. And we got our options here. I don't know if you guys have ever came into a Webull and looked at options, buying options, or if you guys have ever looked at options, period. You see here you got both calls or puts. So you got to be aware of that when you purchasing them. And you got to be aware of the price. And these look like they're going to be pretty expensive on tomorrow. These look pretty expensive. So these may not be some that we're looking to get into, right? We may not want to get into these. Let's check further out. Yeah, I'm not sure. These going to be fairly expensive, so we may not want to get into one of those, right? That's not something I'm not sure we want to do. Let's see. And I'm not going to unlock my trading right now, but I'll definitely get you guys some more information on this tomorrow, and kind of think about what we want to do in regards to, I guess, trading options on this tomorrow, or Facebook. I'm thinking more heavily on Facebook because I know Facebook is I think it might have, if it does like PayPal did today, I think it has another 5% that it can come down. And I do hate that it doesn't show us where it came down in the after hours, right? This is only showing us the close. But you guys saw it here from the web page, the actual after hours percentage and the price that it come down. So man, it's kind of crazy, right? We're still in this correction, we're still in this crash, and it's kind of hard to predict what things are gonna do. I do see tomorrow continuing to be a red day, so we just gotta be careful and be aware of that. Y'all know what we do in red day. We make money on the way down and the way up. And I'm glad that I finally got my day trades back, so I can kind of get in here, make up some money. Hopefully you guys will watch it and we can make some money that way. I did have an article, so some news I wanted to show you. Dow Jones futures fall, techs dive as Facebook crashes, Spotify skids, and market rally test. So Dow Jones futures fell slightly overnight, while S&P 500 futures and especially NASDAQ futures sold off. So we didn't see any after hours for NASDAQ, but this tells us right here that we know it's come down. Facebook parent Meta platforms Spotify and Qualcomm headlined after hours earnings. The market rally rose modestly Wednesday as Google parent Alphabet and AMD stock jumped on earnings, offsetting PayPal stock and weak overall breadth. So we know Google actually made returns after their earnings. They had a positive earnings. They had the 21 split, and they boomed on today. So let's go check them out, right? It's just some, these are the things we gotta make sure we take a look at, right? So Google, and it's actually down in the after hours as well. But for today, it was up 7%, almost 8%, fairly strong. For it to only lose 1%, that's not bad, because if you bought into it based on the news that I gave you last night with the 2-to-1, 20-to-1 split, and just hoping, I guess, to kind of start your position, you should be at least up 6% today or tomorrow. That's not to say that it won't come back down, because let's see what it's thinking. It's actually up over the past month. So Google being one of those big dogs, one of those strong companies, and it's only up 2%. However, it's not beat down like the rest of those. Let's see, it came down as low as 12% on the 25th of January. So again, this is why we buy in the red, because it was coming down. You could have bought it at any of these points on its way down, and you'd already be seeing profit on when it made its way back up, right? You'd already seen some profits. So, this is why we buy on the way down and not on the way up, because hopefully you didn't buy it on the high or up here, and then tomorrow you'll see things come down, because I don't think that the market crash or the market correction, you got to be careful with your word, I don't think it's over, and I told you guys that last week. So I do think we still have a lot of volatility to see. However, those are money making opportunities, right? It may be cash opportunities. We may not want to invest as heavily as we would before, but I'm investing for the future. Remember, I told you guys I'm going to continue to average down. I am continuing to buy the dips. I am continuing to just add money and play these stocks. And mainly I'm trading these options, so I continue to add money into my portfolio so that I can afford to buy these things without having to wait, my 2 weeks to add money to my account and things like that. So let's go ahead and check out some crypto. Let's check out crypto. And I'm going to skip the stock market heat map, because some of this is false, right? We see Facebook is up right here, but we know that's false. It's down 20% right now. Same thing it did with us with PayPal. PayPal showing down 24.59%. That's actually accurate. Again, it was beat down on today. Microsoft up, Nvidia up. So I guess we can look at this really quick and seeing that the overall market looks like it's mixed emotions everywhere. We see technology, we see some of the big dogs hanging out up here in the green or flat. However, you see some of these small software companies in the red. I do not know why. I have not looked into this. Shopify down 9.99%. Snow down to 5.46%. And we see that stuff. We see financials, which are the ones I tell you guys I'm most hanging on to. We see Wells Fargo up 0.59%. Bank of America down 0.11%. We see Morgan Stanley down 0.03% and Goldman Sachs down 0.28%. However, once these rate hikes hit, we're fully expecting these to come back up even more. And these bank financials have already done their earnings. So they're already priced in on the earnings side. We don't have to worry about volatility if we're buying them new. PayPal, I think right now where it's at, I think it's a good buying opportunity for anybody who's just going to start to establish their position. Especially being down 24% on top of what it was already beat down. Matter of fact, let's check that out. What it was already. And I know I'm giving y'all a lot, but I just want you guys to kind of be aware of this and see where your money making opportunities are going to be at. Look at this. So currently down 29.70% on the month. Let's see what it's doing on the year. On the year, down 30%. Well, actually, let's see what it says. Down 46%. So it's giving back everything it's made over the year. And we can expect this thing to return to its highs eventually, right? So if you get it all the way down here, down 50% from this point on the chart, you can expect to see more than 40 to 50% of the returns. About 60 to 70% returns if it returns to a high like right here at 304. Again, that may take a year, it may take 2 years, but again, I'm buying these companies for the long term. I'm buying them for the long term. Google is up, communication services. Facebook, we know it's down in the aftermarket. Airbnb down. And I don't know why I mentioned that. Healthcare, Johnson & Johnson actually up 1.11%. Pfizer up 1.49%. And I think that's it for the ones we kind of keep our eye on. Moderna is down 1.81%. And we see consumer cyclical. Red, Baba down 3.41%. JD.com down 2.49%. And JD.com is really a roller coaster because, I mean, I've seen this thing up and down more than any other company, really. And again, it being a Chinese play, and I'm already holding the position. And Baba, I don't think I'm gonna get in here, but it's kind of crazy, you know, seeing it go up and down the way it is. Look at it. And this is, I'm gonna check out the 5-day. Look at it. It was down here in the 60s, shot back up here to the 70s, and now it looks like it may be coming down again. But hopefully, maybe some of you guys on the past 5 days got this thing at the low of $66. I know we talked about it when it was around here in the $65 range. We mentioned it back then on that $65 day. Now that it's back up here, it may be too late to try and get in. But JD.com has been as high as $91.55 back in November. But this is a bearish year. We cannot expect these kind of returns immediately. It's just something to be aware of. So consumer cyclical down, energy pretty flat, industrials pretty flat, basic materials pretty flat, utilities and real estate, again, they're green, but they're pretty flat, along with consumer defensive pretty green and flat. But cryptocurrency, we looked at this thing yesterday. Let's see. I think it may have come down major on today, right? So if you guys saw profits, and that's one thing about crypto, right? We know that we can buy crypto. There's no day trading limits on crypto, first of all. Also, it can be traded all day, every day, even during the holidays. So there's no limit to the amount of trading or the amount of money that you can make trading crypto. And be careful with that, though. You see how I'm saying it's trading crypto, not just buying it and investing in it, but trading it. You can actually make a lot of money trading crypto. We see Bitcoin is up 2.24%, but it's down 4.44% on the day. So we know it was up about 6 to 8% yesterday. Ethereum was up about 15% yesterday, down 3.40% today. Again, it's trading with the market, right? Trading with the market, we gotta be aware of these things. Solana down 10%, was up 20% yesterday. So we want to buy it, though. Let's not forget, we want to buy it on these dips. We want to buy it on these dips. This is not the time to run. This is the time to dollar cost average and to buy. Terra Luna down 8.99% on the day, 15% for the week. Dogecoin down 3.39% on the day, 2.11% on the week. Shiba Inu down 5.69%, up 0.52% on the week. You guys, I know I keep telling you I'm not trading Shiba Inu, but I think I may just average down in it just because I don't know if this thing's gonna run up, but I still see it around being a topic of conversation, and I like that, right? That's what I like. I want something that still has a lot of hype behind it and it's moving. Let's check it out. Shiba Inu, 37% of people are in the money, 4% are at the money, 59% are out of the money. So 59% of people are out of the money and losing on this right now. And let's see how many people are holding. 1% is holding a year plus, 93% 1 to 12 months, and 6% less than 1 month. So people are actually holding this. 93% of people have had this thing from 1 to 12 months. Right now it's very bearish. Again, we want to buy it when it's cheap. I may be averaging into this thing really soon just because I know. And I think I'm actually one of these people who is out of the money. I haven't even looked at my Shiba Inu coin, but I see it down on prices like this, and I think that this is a buying opportunity. That's what I think, right? I think of buying opportunities. I take any chance I can get on buying stuff low, cheap, discounted prices so that I can make money in the future. Crow.com, still a hot topic for conversation, still popular. Down 7.90% on the day. I think this is a good price. Crypto. Let's see. Keep going. Decentraland down 7.45%. You guys know I averaged down in that last week, and I averaged down in Sandbox last week. So down 7.45% on the day, but still up 18% on the week. Sandbox down 9% on the day, still up 17% on the week. So again, these are buying opportunities. I think that a lot of these are gonna pop. One company I have been hearing about is XRP. Apparently, it's going through a lot of legal issues and legal troubles. I may be looking to see where I can buy this at. If I find a place where we can buy this at, maybe Gemini or Coinbase or something, if they support it, I'll probably be buying some of this there. I mean, apparently it's still being traded, so I know it's being bought somewhere. Let's check it out. Let's see if it has any analysis on it. It doesn't have any analysis on it, but I definitely plan on jumping in there if at all possible. So I think that's all about cryptos. One company that I mentioned to you guys on yesterday that I told you guys I was buying into for the metaverse, and it is down today based on Facebook Meta platforms coming down because it has a large stake in it. Is this company? It is MetV, Round Hill Ball Metaverse. You guys make sure you get in here and you do your research. It is down 6% in after hours, but again, it is an ETF. This is a Metaverse ETF, Round Hill Ball Metaverse ETF. So it is one where we kind of just want to get in here and look at it. So it says you here, Q4 earnings takeaways, big EPS miss that made this stock come down. So I'm not afraid of that, right? I'm not worried about that. I'm in here because I like it. I'm looking forward to kind of show you guys where the company's at that it's invested in. So give me a second. So I actually had to come to Robinhood to kind of show you guys this company. I couldn't find it on Webull, but this is MetV. And again, I told you guys, MetV is a passively managed ETF investing in globally listed equity spanning various industries, all related to what is defined as a future iteration of the internet metaverse. Stocks are selected by committee and weighed in tiers. So this is the sectors that it's in: 56% tech, 30% communication services, 5% consumer cyclical, 9.97% financial services, 0.50% real estate and industrials. Now, top 10 holdings. Facebook is the number one. It holds 8.96% of its assets in there. So, of course, when Facebook comes down, it had to come down with it. Nvidia, Microsoft, Roblox, Unity Software, Taiwan Semiconductor, Apple, Autodesk, Amazon, Qualcomm. Again, Amazon has earnings tomorrow, so if Amazon has negative earnings, this thing could see coming down even more. If it does come down more, that's probably when I'll actually buy in here. I tell you, I bought one just kind of track it so I get notifications on it. And you see I'm already down 5% on this thing. But again, I only own one, so I'm not really concerned. But MetV, this is one I want you guys to put on your watch list. And if you want to invest in the metaverse, I think this is going to be one of those ETFs that's definitely going to be one to ride the wave into the future. That's, not including single stocks, because single shares can be kind of risky. So just to recap on tonight, Facebook tanked. I mean, hopefully you guys, maybe you're in it, maybe you're trying to average down on tomorrow. I'm going to plan on trading some options on it if at all possible, if it has any volatility or volume with it. Amazon earnings tomorrow after hours, so it's not after market, so we got to be careful with that. If you want to get, maybe you want to get a piece of Amazon and hope for positive earnings. They had bad Q3 earnings, so you got to be aware of that. Hopefully Q4 we have positive earnings and we can ride it up or down. But you can't predict this market. You cannot predict this market. PayPal still down. I think it's now in a buy range. We checked out MetV. And just a whole lot. So you guys make sure you watch all of this video. It's just a whole lot of information in here. And I think it's a lot of ways money can be made. But tomorrow for sure, I'm going to be trading some options on some of this volatility because it's just so much. Especially with these earnings. Companies are getting beat down. Facebook came down 20%, which that hurt me to see. I hate to see it. But I'm going to continue to average down. I'm continue to hold through these bad days. And I'm going to wait on the green days, on that generational wealth, on that future profits. I'm waiting on it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, subscribe to the channel. Leave any comments if you have any questions, anything else you want me to get into. If you want a quicker way to kind of get some of these options plays I'm going to be making, shoot me a message or something. And I hope y'all have a good night. Thank you.